Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to News. I'm Andreasan and my partner
Devinata.
will tell you 5 news around the world. Let's go to the first news. Winter freeze boosts food prices. The severe winter weather batch in Europe is using up the cost of food, creating difficulties for growers. European wheat prices hit an almost 8-month high this week on concerns about the damage to crops from the freezing conditions. In France, market gardeners said they have had to reach up the heating in greenhouses, which is costly. In the past week, the temperatures have been as low as -13, -14, especially in the morning. Since Monday, the temperatures have been below freezing even during the day, and it is forecast to continue until the end of the week. In freezing conditions, harvesting those crops that survive is more difficult. In Southern Europe particularly, which is not used to kind of this weather, it has been hard to transporting produce with many roads closed by snow and ice. Some canals and rivers have also frozen, including the Danube, disrupting shipping on those inland waterways. The Italian Farmers Confederation wants the government to declare a state of emergency, saying tens of thousands of animals have already been lost and as many as 2 million cows and pigs could die due for food and water.
Let's go to the next news from Europe. Naughty or nice toys maker gear up. For toy makers, it's never too early to think about Christmas, and that's what they have been doing at New York International Toy Fair, the biggest industry. A big trend this year was traditional components adapted for high-tech use, like on tablet computers.
So when you have these visible toys, they kind of bring everybody back together around the table, and it's a true family game night.
There were over 100,000 posts on display at the event with the makers of the new entries hoping they will have the wow factor to become a hit. Or you could create products that are already guaranteed sellers, such as tie-ins with successful movies. The distributor of Star Wars merchandise is hoping the re-release in 3D of the latest Star Wars films will drive sales.
With these products, we've really been able to expand our distribution in a way that we couldn't with another license broad appeal that Star Wars brings to the hobby.
Makers of traditional toys will be hoping that there is still room for the Western apps and the high-tech tie-ins. And I say the toy industry has remained resilient even in tough economic times. Manufacturers remain when after last holiday season, when toy sales fell 3% in the United States.
The next news comes from America. Taylor Swift's Grammys but night belongs to Whitney. There was a clean sweep for British singer Adele at the Grammy Awards in Los Angeles. The 23-year-old said this is ridiculous as she picked up all 6 of the Grammys she'd been nominated for over her album 21. While her performance allayed fears that throat surgery late last year might destroy her voice, the Foo Fighters stressed the huge improvement in making music as they picked up the award for Best Rock Performance. They then replayed a rousing version of Walk in a nearby tab. Chris Brown picked up an R&B award, Bon Iver won Best Newcomer. Performers included Sir Paul McCartney and Bruce Springsteen, who opened the show with his new single, We Take Care of Our Own. But the night was about tributes, and for one person in particular.
I want to say to Whitney up in heaven, we all love you, Whitney Houston.
Grammy and Oscar winner Jennifer Hudson then took to the stage for a performance of the star's biggest hit, I Will Always Love You.
Let's go to the next news from Europe. Wave and strains in Ukraine. This week and night, activists have been protesting outside the government building in Ukraine, demanding authorities protect stray animals that are being killed en masse in a bid to stop the city ahead of the Euro 2012 this summer. These men said they were protesting the day against the killing of stray animals which took place in Euro 2012 cities. That was why we have both those covered balls symbolizing those inhuman killings. The activists are asking the government to, instead of questioning and shooting, the animals they provide funding for shelter and sterilization. This woman said that their action was aimed at pushing authorities to find a human, civilized solution of this problem, because Ukraine had too much negative image, and with Euro 2012 approaching, this image was only getting worse. Stray animals in Ukraine have been a major problem for decades, and although catch and destroy methods have been illegal since the country adopted the animal protection legislation 6 years ago, it seems old habits die hard.
And the last news from America. The political football that is the US economy. President Barack Obama has unveiled his election year budget proposals, which include aggressive spending on infrastructure to boost US growth and a minimum 30% tax rate for millionaires. It will not ever become reality, as his Republican opponents plan to block it in Congress that give Obama an opportunity to take a swipe at them.
American manufacturers are creating jobs for the first time since the 1990s. The economy is growing strong. Recovery is speeding up. And the last thing we can afford to do right now is to go back to the very policies that got us into this mess in the first place. We can't afford it.
As the economy becomes even more political football, Obama wants to spend the equivalent 600 billion euros on investing in manufacturing, extending tax breaks to spur hiring, and infrastructure including roads, railways, and schools. His plan will deliver major spending cuts until the economy is on firmer footing. The Republicans countered that the US is already too deep in debt, so that the fiscal and spending has to be cut now. It's all for today. See you next time and
Goodbye.